sit down and we can fix the world together.
Hi, I'm Alice.
And my name is Jack.
Together we run Earthrise Studio.
Earthrise is an impact-driven media company that aims to communicate climate.
We tell stories for a new world, stories from the future that help us navigate the now. Our eureka moments. I feel like mine was a bit more of a slow burn, but you definitely had a eureka moment.
Yeah, it's easier to look back, isn't it, and remember it as like a significant moment. But I think at the time, like it definitely wasn't like, I'm going to join the climate movement. It was almost just like a slow and maybe painful awakening to the issue. Do you know what I mean? I think lots of people have that. It's like once you start to look deeper, it's almost like the veil being pulled and you're like, oh my God, this is a huge and overwhelming issue. But you've heard me talk about this lots of times, but for me it was going to Greenland in 2015, up to the Arctic. And yeah, I'd never been to like any of the polar regions. I don't think I really understood the issue then. It was like, just felt like a really exciting opportunity to go and see the Arctic, you know, this incredible, pristine place. And for me, it was learning about the glaciers and the fact they're retreating. And we spent this night camping on a glacier. And I'll never forget the sound of these huge pieces of ice carving off the front of the glacier and falling into the ocean beneath. And, you know, it's like we talk a lot about the front lines of climate change, but that is a literal front line. And being physically transported there and hearing it, seeing it, feeling it was like a real wake-up moment.
So when we met, what is it, 7 years ago now? Crazy. I was fully focused on storytelling around the refugee crisis. This was the European refugee crisis happening and unfolding. And I think our sort of worlds collided and we found a common interest in climate storytelling. We wanted to tell human stories. We felt that was desperately missing from the storytelling. And though we didn't know then, a few years later, a few trips to climate frontlines across the world, Somaliland, Kiribati, covering stories of rising sea levels, of drought, but really telling the human cost of this issue, which was so often talked about as a nature and wildlife problem.